Welcome back. We're continuing to understand the implications of this budget. We do have with us Sunil Singhania, the CIO, Equity Investments at Reliance Mutual Funds. Ajib Gulabchand, Chairman and Managing Director of Hindustan Construction Company, is with us as well. Karan Chandna is with us as well, who's Chairman of the Amira Group. And we have Rajiv Dimri and Gokul Chaudhary joining us from BMR and Associates. Thank you all so much for being with us. Sunil Singhania, why don't I kick off with you first? So, we've had a lot of people saying, yeah, good budget, path-breaking, 8 on 10, 9 on 10. We even had one person saying 10 on 10. And then you look up there and you see that the Sensex is down rather dramatically. What is it that the markets know that the rest of us don't seem to know?
See, one is obviously this one-day, two-day movement in the markets leading to the budget as well as after the budget is we have been seeing, Vikram, for the last 15, 20 years. We don't know how many years. Having said that, actually, if you just take out one company out of the equation, the markets are in fact up. So obviously cigarette duties have increased, and that one company is a big component of the index, and that one company is causing the index to look where it is. But overall, I think the budget from our perspective is very pragmatic. For the first time, we have a budget which looks at a 3, 4, 5-year perspective rather than looking at from a 1-year perspective. So I think overall, don't look at the Nifty. That is one company causing it. Overall, I think the markets are also pretty okay with the budget.
Right. So that company obviously being ITC, which is down very sharply because actually during the speech there was no mention of cigarettes. So ITC stock was up, and then suddenly people read the fine print and said, "Oh my God! Not only is there a hike in excise, it's a rather sharp hike." So ITC's fallen. But elsewhere, if you look at the markets and the way the markets have reacted to it, what is your sort of a take on how they will play it going forward? Markets have been doing really well for a while. At the end of the day, would they still say that the bull market is intact and we might be heading for those really high targets in the next few months?
See, Vikram, very clearly budget is definitely an important document for us, but it is not the only thing which dictates the market from a medium to long-term perspective. In fact, from our perspective, we feel that yes, this was a big event and that event is out of the way. Now we can focus on the actual improvement in fundamentals and the actual way forward. And if you actually look at all which has happened as far as the economy is concerned, as far as the political environment is concerned, as far as the will of the government is concerned, I think the same thing has got reinforced in this budget. So the budget does not seem to sway from the stated part of bringing back the economy into the growth area, focusing on the much needed infra push, the Make in India push, and so on and so forth. So we believe that after this initial reaction, whether positive or negative from the markets, I think we will again head back to the fundamental aspects, and that would predominantly lie on whether the economy comes back to that 7-8% growth level, and whether the corporate profits again chug forward. Obviously, what we have to see is the RBI's reaction to this budget, because that will be very key as far as interest rates are concerned. So overall, our view is that the markets will again look at the fundamentals, and our view is that we are heading for positive times.
Right. So specifically, if you're looking at various sectors, obviously we saw ITC doing nicely and then hitting a wall and sort of coming off very sharply. Other than that, for the real estate sector, there's some pass-through of rates, infrastructure spending likely to go up. So sectorally, any trends you take from this?
Actually, again, there is no one sector which has been sort of given a push. Having said that, the focus is clearly on the domestic-oriented, growth-oriented sectors. And one important thing which we would like to highlight is that in the central outlay, the Ministry of Roads and the Ministry of Railways, their allocations have gone up significantly, almost to the extent of more than 50 to 60% compared to last year. So very clearly, the government is focused on the infrastructure bet, and I think these few sectors should start to see a lot of interest going forward. Also, the fact that they have streamlined or at least removed the anomaly between FPI and FI might make life easier for a few banks where one limit was hit and the other was not, and they should benefit at least from an equity market perspective. I think the bigger focus from the government, which has been on gold monetization, that should bring in a lot of capital into the economy from so-called a dead asset. and also the fact that compliance has been given a big push. Our view is that in the next 2-3 years, the tax inflows or the tax revenues should start to surprise on the upside. So without pointing out or without having a very strong view on one or two sectors, I think it's more a budget focused clearly on bringing the GDP back to its rightful place of 8-9%, in the new series.
Perfect. Sunil, good afternoon. Prashant here. So, let's just look ahead a little bit. I think you said the RBI is... so RBI, when they cut 25 basis points, expectation was that right after the budget there'll be another cut. So that ain't happening anymore, right? I think we can safely say that. How do you think that dynamic will work? Because the market borrowing is some 6 lakh crores. Expectation was about 5.5 lakh crores. And of course, the 3% of fiscal deficit only by fiscal 18 now, 3 years from now.
See, one is, I'm not an economic expert, but having said that, I feel that there is definitely room for surprises on even the borrowing aspect. If you read the budget a little bit in detail, the subsidy burden is expected to go down only slightly, which is a little bit perplexing, with the kind of fall which you have seen in the crude prices, the fact that most of the, diesel and petrol are now market linked, and also the fact that we have this DBT which is starting to play. Our view is that the subsidy burden will be much lower than what has been envisaged in this budget.
No, the number which has been envisaged, Sunil, is 30,000 crores. The budgeted number last year was 63,000 crores. So there is a big drop, right?
No, the total subsidy burden was envisaged at 2,60,000 crores, which has come down to only 2,30,000 crores this year.
The total,
so there's a fall
okay.
of only 30.
Okay.
There's a fall of only 30,000 crores. So that I don't know. And as I said, I'm not an economist. But what RBI does is not going to be dependent only on one or two numbers. RBI, when it cut rates last month, was very clear that they can see sustainability of the inflation being low, and the fact that we have seen some reduction in fiscal deficit. Obviously, the markets expected 3.6, it has come to 3.9. But very clearly the focus has been on fiscal responsibility, and with this benign interest rate environment, our view would be that definitely more cuts are in the offing. Whether it happens immediately in the next 2-3 days, we don't know. So it's a question of when rather than whether, but our view would be that we are heading into a substantially low interest rate regime.